Hello and welcome to another episode of the All Idol Podcasts, where we cover news, releases and more from the Japanese idol scene. I'm your host Terry, and today I'm joined by Gary from iDOL is Shit.
Does that count as a swear?
I mean, it might do. I'm not sure.
Demonetized already. Damn it.
That might count as one as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the newly remonetized edition of
and
the
quickly demonetized.
Podcast.
And yeah, John from Straight from Japan.
Yay, we feel like a real YouTube channel again. Yay!
You mean we make pennies, thousands of views? But yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Hey man, if someone wants to test out that super chat feature, be my guest.
If someone gave me $1, that would be more than what I would make in a year from YouTube.
If someone gave us $1, YouTube would still take 30 cents of it.
Oh really? Oh damn. Yeah. Don't bother boys, don't even worry about it. But yeah, how's everyone doing this evening? How's everyone in the chat doing? Hopefully you guys have had a good week and you're looking forward to a podcast.
I haven't had a good couple of weeks, dude, but we're going to get into that.
Oh, God. Yeah, definitely. How about yourself, John?
A what?
How about yourself?
Oh, no, yeah, week? No.
I'm just...
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you. What's up?
Yeah, better than all that working I was doing. Absolutely.
Good. I'm glad things have improved. And what about you? What say almighty chat this evening or morning? How are you guys doing?
Or afternoon.
Or afternoon. We worldwide now. Everyone's in different time zones.
We going global, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, as long as you guys are good, I can switch to the welcome screen, which I forgot to do. At
Probably
this point,
would be the worst idea.
Oh, man, like Scooter testing out the super chat. That would be the one and only super chat that we ever get. And thank you.
We don't even have like a notification for it.
Oh yeah, we do. I get one. Don't worry, I get one.
No, like it needs to like pop up on the screen in like a big explosion or something.
Oh yeah, it like says that. No, because people would troll us. People would like say.
Of course
they would. They'd troll us with stuff, but we don't want anything too crazy.
Non-refundable.
Yeah. I know, right?
All super chats are final.
Yeah.
I mean, just before we kind of get into the swing of things here, it's been a rough couple of weeks, boys.
In iDOL and in real life in general, I assume for a lot of people. Hello to everyone in the chat, by the way. It's nice to see people turning up. It's
like if 2019 could be over, that'd be great.
I know, right? Let's just draw a line through 2019 and just move straight to 2020.
This already done after like the stuff we're about to talk about.
But we'll get into it.
No mas.
I know, right? But yeah. Right, if we should get stuck into it then, I'm kind of like...
I don't really want to, but I guess we better just...
We'll just get this stuff over with.
I feel like I'm procrastinating.
Rip the Band-Aid off, guys. Right. Rip the Band-Aid off.
Moving on to our first bit of news from this week that I believe I'm covering is some news about a group that's very dear to my heart, and it's none other than Yukue Shirazu Zerezere. And yeah, the unthinkable has finally happened, and that's that someone else just gave us $5 because
that's €5, bro.
Is that €5? Oh boy, you just
that's like £5 based on the current exchange rate.
Thank you for having such a strong economy, Farahenden. Did I say it right? I'm sure I did.
Yeah, that looks right.
That looks about right to me.
Correct us if we got it wrong.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so yeah, the unthinkable's happened, and that's one of the two OG pillars of SURViViNG. I can't be able to say the full name again; it just hurts my soul.
That's fine. At least you're not calling them not secured loose ends.
I never use that name. I never use that name. But yeah, one of the two actual like OG pillars, like Komachi and Shidare, who have been in the group pretty much for donkey's years, or I don't know how else could I phrase it, since the beginning. I guess.
Is it 4?
Yes, nearly 4 years. Yeah, and
crazy.
She basically put out an announcement on January 15th saying that she was pretty much done. Like she was done, and that she'd been, kind of feeling like she couldn't go much further. Like, it's like no speculation on it, no real like, you know, I see people were like, oh, you know, do you think like, you know, she wasn't getting along with people in the group or new members or anything? I don't think it's anything like that. I just think that it's just, she's been doing this for a long time, and
Change of scenery, man.
yeah, man, she's just, you know, she just wants to move on with something else. I guess she's kind of done with the idol part of her life. And I guess, you know, SURViViNG is quite a it's quite an intense group to be in, you know what I mean? Like, their songs are pretty intense, their lives are pretty intense. I mean, you know, you're doing a lot with your vocals, you know.
Especially her.
Especially her, yeah. I mean, I think from the beginning of SURViViNG, she was kind of the first person that people really focused on, because she was kind of the initial one that really took the kind of charge on the whole kind of like harsh vocal thing, which kind of really kind of made SURViViNG stand out. But yeah, it didn't take long for the rest of the girls to catch up. But even now, like, her voice is kind of so prominent in the songs that musically, I don't know, they're gonna lose a voice, and they're definitely gonna lose a personality, you know what I mean? Like, she is one of the pillars of SURViViNG. Like, without her and Komachi, I think the group would have already died by now. But like, for a long time, like, her and Komachi have always said that pretty much like they're SURViViNG till they ride or die. And like, I think it's just at that point now where she's like, it's time to not die, because that's a bit
that's
but
poor, very poor.
Yeah, poor choice of words, but you know, like, it's time for her to kill her idol career, as it were, and just, you know, put the nail in the coffin and be like, it's done. I can't go.
She could end up somewhere else, like someone else from a Kodomo mental group apparently did, and none of us realized.
That's a good point.
Talk about that later.
I know, yeah, we actually might. Yeah, we actually probably will. But yeah, the 2nd of February is her last show, which is at Shibuya Cyclone, which looks like it's sold out. So you can obviously see like how much Shidari meant to a lot of people, especially within like the Kodomo mental and, you know, SURViViNG fandom. She meant a lot. So yeah, she's gone, dudes. Bad times. Like, that's another Oshi down the drain for some of us. And yeah, 2019, not a happy time.
Not so far anyway.
No. Especially because I just watched footage on Mufan from the one man with all of them on stage with Takari, or however you say her name, the Nunu girl, and of course Kotetsu.
Takara.
Yeah, it might be that way around. Yeah. And I was like, oh man, like, you know, this is it's a 5-man lineup now. You know, like, SURViViNG, you know, they haven't been able to catch a break for a while. First they lost Tsuyame, then they first they lost Kokoko, and then they lost, or Ko-Cubed, however you want to say her name. Then they lost Tsuyame. Yeah, you know. And then they got Kotetsu transferred in.
Still active on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, indeed they are. Yeah.
You forgot about Mei Yuime, by the way.
Oh yeah, Mei Yuime. Yeah, she kind of came in, and the thing is, she just feels like she fit so quickly that I didn't even consider her new. Like, by the time
that video when they were wearing all the red, she was already.
Yeah, I already felt like she was already part of the group. She just slotted in so neatly into, like, and I don't want to feel like, you know, she was feeling like a, you know, jump in the rave, you know what I mean, like jump in someone else's boots. But like, when Tsuyami left, that was it. She was in there, and you were just like, the group is the group again. And yeah, it's kind of like, okay, bad times, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's a bad bit of news. Let's see what chat's saying, because, you know.
So yeah, pretty short notice, but I guess most of the Kodomo mental graduations are fairly short notice.
So what's chat saying? Loser555 says heartbreaking. Lexicon Devil says gutting. Yeah, indeed. It all came very abruptly. Suddenly they announced she's going in less than a month. That's right, Moonduggy, yeah. Bad times. Scooter says you could do an entire podcast on recent graduations. Crazy.
I mean, just wait. We're not done.
Yeah, there's a few more to talk about. Sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Shidari was my favorite member. Well, she's not gone yet. Of SURViViNG, so it's kind of like, you know. Yeah. At least they did me a solid by putting Kotetsu in the group, because she was my favorite member of KTA, so, you know.
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, I mean, all of the SURViViNG girls are really nice. Like, I've met them all at this point, and I couldn't ask for a nicer bunch of you know what I mean, girls. So like,
They
I
might
pretty
not
much
look like they'd be nice initially, but yeah,
they're all super nice. Yeah. So like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, once Shidari's gone, I'll probably go to Mayui May, just because you lot know I have a penchant for like short girls, I guess, with like twin tails, I guess you could say. You guys know my
a very posh word for what you're trying to
really
say.
do.
well, okay, Terry has a fetish for short girls with twin tails. Is that
There
what
we
you guys?
go.
Alright, I was trying to smuggle it in smoothly, like, you know, try and make myself sound a bit better than just like some dude who's a lolicon. Thanks, boys. Cheers.
Bust out the French words.
Well, I thought Alexis might be watching. He
You
might.
hear the accent you feel on that.
Bonjour.
John. That was crazy.
You were rocking an accent. and
It was
everything.
good. It was good.
The accent was wild.
On the first 2019, someone was like, "At least it won't be as bad as 2018." Little did we know. Within the
I
first
thought
few days.
2018 was alright, to be honest. But yeah, 2019 is just like
Off to a
the
rocky
hits keep
start.
coming.
Yeah, rough start to 2019. Are
yeah,
we gonna move on to another rough?
Yeah.
Do we have
We'll
to?
move on.
It's like being kicked once you're already on the floor. Like, yeah.
Oh, this one's not really quite as bad, I guess.
For you, maybe.
You maybe.
Yeah, for me maybe. Hamida System is apparently rebooting. They announced on the 7th that the current lineup will be leaving at the end of February. At the end of March.
You jumped.
And but yeah, I did jump one ahead. And but they've already started the recruiting process for I don't know what you call it. System 2.
version 2.0
Version
or
2.
whatever.
Version 2.0.
2.0. So yeah, what are they? 4?
There's four
four
of
of
them,
them,
yeah, indeed.
Yeah. And yep. They haven't even given a date for the final show, which
Not
They
yet.
probably
of course
don't
gonna
even
be a
know
one-man.
yet.
No.
Yeah.
The mad
None of the
thing is,
members seem to know either.
this was announced while they were at the Necro graduation live.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Like, the girls were at the Necronomidal graduation live while the announcement of all of them graduating was announced on Twitter.
Is it graduated or did they get fired?
I don't know.
It is
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
4 at the same time.
I mean,
mean-
some of their reactions on Twitter seemed like some of them.
Flame didn't seem very
Flame
happy
didn't
about
say.
it.
Flame didn't seem like she even knew.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, okay."
She's already in mourning. She's dyed her hair black, which kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm pretty sure it was just because she had to go get photos taken for her coming of age ceremony, though. So
The thing is, she had a coming of age thing, right? Do you get that when you're 20 or 21? Someone correct me on this.
20, I
But if your birthday's at a certain date, you pretty much get it when you're 21 because you have to skip it a year to the next year. Right?
something like that. Yeah.
So Flame can drink, 100% Flame can drink, because I've seen pictures of her with numerous drinks in her hand on like Instagram, Twitter, and that sort of stuff. So she drinks, so she must be at least 20. So my guess is that she's already 20, and her birthday fell on the wrong side of the thing where you can do the coming of age thing. So she had to do it this year, I assume.
I mean, she could have
Can you-
turned
can you-
20 any time after last January, dude.
Right, yeah, true.
It's not like everyone celebrated this year's 19.
Oh, I thought it was like
They're
once. I thought
they're
it was just like
already
as soon as
20,
you,
dude.
right.
No, it's if you're 20 or
Yeah.
21 in certain. Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought it was sometimes people.
Watch
wouldn't-
me be completely wrong about
Because
this.
yeah,
in
I thought it
chats
was like
about
you had
the
to be a
light
certain
up.
amount of age. You had to be a certain age, and then you could do it that year or the year after. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
20.
feel like some people kind of postponed it, and they've only just done it, which is kind of weird. Because I'm
Some
like,
people just post old pictures, which gets confusing.
oh, what were you posting? You're like, hey, they just turned 20, and I'm like, that person's like 24.
They're like 24, dude.
yeah, they're like 24. They're definitely not 20. But yeah,
Flame's good friends with Jury from Clock, and Clock only have 3 members right now, so I'm kind of,
you kind of, I mean, I wouldn't.
I'm not saying it's happening, but
I wouldn't be adverse to that happening. To be honest with you, like I really like Flame. I'm not quite sure if she's like Clock material. Like I don't know. Like Hamida System and Clock are very different. Like sound wise, you get what I mean. Even like on stage presence wise.
Yeah, but we've never heard her.
Oh, give it some welly. Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah, that's true. I mean, her
Hamida System, it's all quite like not ethereal,
but like drawn out notes.
High, drawn out notes.
Yeah,
but like I don't know. I'm just speculating because I need something to try and look forward to.
Her duet that she did with Jury at Jury's birthday was really good though.
Yeah.
When the two of them did their dancing and singing in pajamas, it
wasn't just because they were in pajamas either.
I mean, that definitely added something to it, but I'm not gonna pretend like he didn't. But it was pretty cool. Right, chat's banging away on the chat, so I gotta see what this is.
Apparently, a lot of people in chat didn't know Hamida System were getting rebooted, so.
Really? Oh.
We're not doing a very good job. Make sure that you I don't know, make sure you're joined the Facebook group and stuff, maybe.
Yeah, because it's been like, I don't know, it's been like a place of mourning. It's been like a wake in the group for like a few weeks. We've had some new stuff though to look forward to, but I feel like this has definitely hit a lot of people.
So Sari and Tina graduated from Necro.
Indeed they did.
On the same day, Hamida System got announced that they're being rebooted. A week later, Shadari's leaving SURViViNG.
And on the same day as the Necronomad, something else happened.
Yeah, something else happened. Hopefully people heard about this, but maybe they haven't. They're not getting rebooted, they're just straight up disbanding. Again, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't even know
how Hamida System found out that they were getting fired, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just disbanding. This was announced the same day as the Necronomidal graduation, so it was truly a dark day.
Literally, I was at home going, okay, Hina's graduating. Like as I speak, I'm like on Twitter. I'm like probably not gonna see any pictures or anything like that.
No, we'll talk about that in a bit as well.
But you know, like I was like, you know, probably not gonna see any video, but might see some pictures and stuff. That's cool. And I was just kind of sitting there, and then like Twitter just kept hitting me. They were like, boom, announcement from Hamida System. And I'm like, Hamida System,
overhand
really?
left.
I was like, are you really going to do that? Like a boom. And then it was like, boom, there's. And I was like, oh God. I was like, I never got super into Bellring. I admit that to everyone. But I actually quite enjoyed there's, and I thought their album was actually really good. And every time I've actually seen them, thought they were good. So I'm just going to throw my hands up there and say maybe I've never got super into them, never really picked an Oshi, never checky with them, but I understand that this is going to be a big loss for a lot of people. And like,
awesome. Do you all let me tell people?
Sorry, go for it.
So yeah, theirs are unfortunately just straight up disbanding. Well, there was like a statement put out that said, oh, you know, like maybe in the future or all this nonsense, right? Because you know you can't just completely leave the fans cold. You've got to kind of put some fake hope out there.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, end of February, so you know a lot of these groups are just like disbanding or rebooting, but they haven't figured out the details yet, I suppose. Noe is apparently just straight up leaving Akbi. She isn't even going to do all the shows on the current tour that they're doing to promote their album. I believe she's leaving, like, is it 1 or 2 shows early?
Yeah.
Although the other members, as of right now, appear to be continuing with Akbi in some fashion.
Yeah.
Some of them have like new projects in the works, so they're not going to be gone, but theirs is definitely going to be gone.
Let's see what everyone's saying. Moondoggy says Bellring Shoujo Heart reunion incoming. I feel like that'd be kind of funny if it was like they went from Bellring to there's and were like, fuck it, it's basically Bellring, let's just go back to Bellring, and they brought everyone back. Like, it's the sort of thing that could kind of happen, and I feel like people would kind of expect it with the way that Bellring kind of kept kind of disbanding, bringing in new members, kind of changing a bit, and then kind of crazy.
Yeah, but then they'd have to steal Kotetsu back from Terror Architect, wouldn't they?
What?
Wasn't she a Bellring?
Kotetsu? Not as far as I'm aware.
Or Nanamera.
No, Nanamera's abandoned.
Oh, that's right.
Abandoned.
I don't know.
I know you don't follow Abandoned
Everybody
or Bellring, so we can
don't anybody listen to anything I say.
We can give you a pass on that one. That's absolutely fine. What's chat saying? Someone's like Bellring.
It's a few swings and a miss there, John.
I knew who Benny was earlier, so Terry will give me that one.
He knew who Benny was. We'll give him a Blue Peter badge.
We're going to talk about Benny in a little bit as well, so stay tuned for that.
The Bennies of the world. Who knows?
I'm just here to entertain.
So Dave said...
John, just don't say anything. Oh man, chat's roasting.
Dave said, I just got into a group and they disband. I mean, that does seem to be the way that things are going right at the moment, but stay strong, bro. Stay strong. Don't worry. Eventually you'll get into a group that stays strong for a while. And
it's alright. We only have to make it till like the end of March, and then everyone should be locked in for like another year.
Scooter says, stay the F away from Kandai, Dave. Once was enough. Poor Kandai. They're back now. They've got 4 members. They had their little 2019 video thing that I think was it Chaotic Harmony.
Harmony,
yeah. That's a cool little video. If you're interested in the new lineup for Kandai, go and watch that MV. I don't have a link. Oh, not MV. Or a video anyway. Who knows? But yeah, go and watch it. It's cool.
Chaotic Harmony on Twitter
or Facebook. Yeah, there's plenty of it.
Or Facebook. Yeah. Man, this has really started on a downer, hasn't it, boys?
A little bit, right?
Do we need to try and spin it around a little bit here? Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, I can leave this one to you, John. This one you can't go wrong on, so we'll leave this one to you.
Watch me. Watch me. Right. Watch and learn, my friend. Watch and learn.
Take us away, sir. Take us away.
Okay, so a little bit of good news. Necronominal got a couple of new members.
Yeah.
Right? That's good news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kanogi, who was Hibiki in Gokite, that sounded like... Was that even English?
That was right.
No, that was right.
Yeah, no, you were good.
No, that was... I know that was right, but it just sounded weird.
Yeah, Gokigen Teikoku.
I mean, I find her name being Kunogi to be weirder than Hibiki for some reason, but I know it was like Hibiki Konogi, whereas now she's just going by Kunogi something else now, which is even more of a nightmare.
So she's in there, but we pretty much already had guessed at that one.
I mean, I called this like
you
months
called that
ago.
like
I mean, in case anyone wonders how we even we obviously know Hibiki or Kunogi, however you want to say her name. We know her from Gokite, but if you wonder why we had any sort of inkling why she would even be in Necro, was because the Okaki literally messaged her in front of everyone on Twitter and was like, "Hey, you should audition for Necro," and she was like, "Yeah, okay." And we're just like...
Then she made some like vague tweets about practicing dance moves and wanting to do like occult stuff.
Yeah, in 2019.
Then she just like straight up retweeted the teaser image that Necro put up for the new members, and it's like, oh, okay.
And there's like in the picture you can see her she has like a very distinct dyed part of like her front like bangs, like fringe, and like in the photo when we like turned the brightness up, you're like, oh yeah, there's like her dyed fringe like in the photo. So at that point
it probably didn't help that they were already following each other too.
Well, that was kind of a blessing in disguise, to be honest, because if they wanted to hide it, she was like hiding in plain sight. So like, there's no way we could have seen that everyone recently followed her, because everyone was already following her. Even like even the newer girls like Kimaru and Ray, everyone was already following her from ages ago. I mean, everyone follows like Kunogi. I'm gonna keep calling her Hibiki. Sorry,
it's always gonna be Hibiki.
It's gonna take a long time, yeah. But yeah, I think Michelle's kind of the more
Oh yeah,
interesting
there's another
choice.
member, isn't there?
Yeah.
She's the other new one. She just kind of came out of nowhere. Never idled before, though she was a model. So she's got that going for her, I guess.
Sure.
She's the wild card, we could say that. She's the wild card newbie. Yeah.
No, she's the baby.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
the baby.
Necronom Idol baby, yeah.
Little rough, I heard at the show. Little rough.
It
To
would
be
have been
expected, I
nice
guess.
to be able to see it, John.
Yeah. Anyway,
She
that.
she's,
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think she said that she lived in America for like a month or something. She did one of
Seattle?
those- yeah, like one of these homestay type things. So
That's just
She
up the
has-
road from me, huh?
she has a bit of English on her, so that'll probably stand her in good stead.
She has been doing some English language tweeting.
Quite a lot.
Well,
actually.
she did quite a bit on Instagram until someone asked her something that was a bit dodgy in English, and then she was just like, "Me no speak English." She just like, kayfabed it completely and was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand." And I was like, "That's perfect. That's the perfect amount of English. Enough English that it's plausible that if someone says something rude to you, you could be like, I didn't understand what they said,' and then just move on. That's like the perfect amount."
Yeah, but these two debuted on the 13th, so just like 6 days ago, and it was apparently quite an eventful evening from what I've gathered. So they got the two new members. They got some fancy new outfits, which some people like, some people don't like. You know,
Fancy's not the word I'd use, but okay.
It's like a gothic BDSM party now, I guess.
yeah. It's
I'm
it's
just
interesting.
wondering what Renaissance Fair's missing costumes from their wardrobe department.
Does anyone think that Okaki looks like a Ryuk from Death Note? She looks like the Shinigami with like the black feathers like coming off her shoulders and that sort of stuff.
A little bit.
She looks pretty badass though. I'm not gonna lie. Okaki looks pretty
I was
badass.
also thinking a little Road Warrior-ish as well.
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
Maybe.
Himari's practically a walk-in like secretary fetish at this point. Like, let's be
Yeah.
with the she's got the full-on glasses look. She's got the
Oh, what's that? What was that anime?
which one?
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, she's kind of got like this. Whoa! I got literally a million things just popped up in chat at once. What is this?
Chat's popping, boy.
Not a fan of that. I mean, everyone. I mean, I can understand not being a fan of the outfits. It is a big divergence from what their original outfits were like. Himari is a fetish anime teacher. Okaki just stole some of there's feathers. That's pretty funny.
That's
Definitely.
pretty dark.
I know, right? You won't be needing knees. Like how many?
She's skinned there and made her costume out of them.
Oh god, definitely Shinigami cosplay. Moondoggy said, "I like them. It's something different from the usual plain black outfits." Yeah.
That is true.
Kunogi looks like Ruby from Ruby, with the girl with the scythe
Is
gun.
that how you say that?
Yeah, that is how you say that. Yeah. It's
All
Ruby.
right. I've never actually known how to say that.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
just-
cool.
Yeah. You know, like
guys-
uwu. So it's like
What,
Ruby.
John? What?
There was some other things too.
Take it away.
Tell me.
Before we
more.
get too carried away on clothes, I know you guys like to talk about clothes, especially you, Terry. Speaking of the clothes,
Tell me more.
I mean, I
John.
haven't even
Tell
talked
me
about
more.
Michelle's like leg braces yet. We'll get onto those later.
I know I'm cutting you off before you get to that. You'll get carried away, I'm sure. But they apparently also did a new song
That is
called
interesting.
Salem. So, you know, maybe we'll get to hear that someday. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
And we know who that's by.
Yes, that's Kei Toriki,
It's a Kateriki
who
jam.
did. It's a Kei Toriki jam, and he did like
End of Days,
Oh,
come on,
John.
Fanatogenesis.
Fanatogenesis.
You're the one with a shrine.
Did he do 4.7 liters?
No, that's
No, he didn't do that.
Okay, yeah, no, whatever his name is, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He does the more metally.
He's the guy that's in that black metal-y band that I can't pronounce the name of. Asoki no something. Someone would tell me what it is in chat. What's Katy Ricky's actual band name? Someone will tell me in a minute, I'm sure. I listen to them, but I can never remember how you say the name. But yeah,
I don't know, but he's certainly he can certainly write some music.
You definitely can.
Anyway, they also announced that they have coming up 3 scheduled performances, which are on the, let's see, February 10th, March 10th. Scroll down a little bit here. Sorry. April 14th, and then they also announced a one-man for the 30th of April. Now, apparently something goes along with all this because they have filmed a short movie.
Okay.
Which is going to be put out in 4 episodes, released at the end. Well, each segment will be shown at each one of these 4 performances.
Okay.
And they'll release the segment after the performance is over on YouTube.
Okay.
And apparently, I think I saw, I could be wrong here, but they might be showing it all, like in Japan at a theater one time.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong about that, though.
It was kind of like
the translation was pretty good.
Kind of like the Melon Batake film, where they kind of show bits and bobs and like trailers and stuff like that, and then they ended up doing like a screening live, I guess, where they did a little performance and then showed the film. Seems to be the kind of thing that people are doing at the moment. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, they released a little trailer thing and all that. I mean, there was nothing really to see. They didn't show anything in it, but just words.
I haven't been showing an awful lot, to be fair.
Well, John, didn't you say that they've got shows coming up? We said that tomorrow Necro's got shows, or?
Oh, they have 2 shows tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm if I interpreted when Ricky said no filming at the debut, I think that only was for the debut. I could be wrong, but the way I interpreted it was just not at the debut. So there may be video coming from tomorrow's performances.
I mean, I haven't seen anything on Twitter about a film ban for these.
They got announced fairly late in the day before the debut, though. So
yeah, that's true.
We'll have to just see, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Best thing to do is just keep an eye out for like Lunatic Dawn, K-Zip, and there's a few others. Like Henno sometimes records stuff. There's a bunch of guys that might record it if they're there. But if Lunatic Dawn's there, he normally records. So yeah, maybe we'll ask him if he knows whether or not they're allowed. Because if they do them, I'd be definitely interested in seeing some footage of the new lineup doing their thing. How does everyone feel about like them being like rough? Like, because as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of what iDOL is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you watch them start out not being very good, and then let's think back to like Necro back in the olden days. Like they weren't what they are now.
You're talking a very select few people at the moment.
I mean, I'm talking to people who even remember before Deathless. Not even Void Him. I'm just talking about even people who just remember before Deathless. Like, I'm sure a lot of people were with them from before Deathless. You know, when like Ray and Himari first joined. Like everyone's been rough. And, you know, it's just part of iDOL. And like, you kind of look at them
seen them when they first.
Yeah, exactly. You should have seen them. Yeah.
Well, you know, I hear that there's a place where you can go find out some information on that, but we can talk about that later at the very end.
Oh yeah, John's actually got something important to shield later on, so John will actually have something to talk about in his bit at the end, his bolt on.
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care if they're rough or not.
No.
I mean,
I want something to get invested in.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of weird.
It's weird. It's weird just looking at them and not seeing Sari and Hina. It's weird just even looking at the lineup. I can look at it and I go, I know this is Necro, but at the same time I'm like, it's Necro, but it's not. I'm not gonna say my Necro, but it's not the Necro that I knew. And like,
hashtag not my Necro.
Oh god. But yeah, like,
have you seen Sari's pictures lately?
I mean, yeah,
she's been posting.
She's ditched the Shiranui makeup.
Yeah. You know, she's gone bareface as it was. But yeah, she looks good.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think about Necro right now. I'll be honest. I don't know what to think. It's like, you know, I don't have much to go on.
Yeah, I feel like once we've seen,
I don't really. I mean, I obviously know Hibiki, but at the same time, I don't really know who these new members are. It's like, oh, here's like a couple of promo pictures. There you go. Like, I had a look at the Patreon earlier or whatever, and there doesn't seem to have been like any kind of introduction post made there for the fan club. So I mean,
yeah, I mean, luckily most people have been able to do their own little homework and get in touch with.
But, I mean, Terry, we're trying to sell a product.
Yeah,
it's
true.
Come on.
Well, I mean, for the Japanese fans, they've got that. They
live in Japan, Terry. They're fine. They're good.
No, I just meant that they've got that meet and greet thing that they're doing, like an off-kai type thing. I don't know, with the new members or whatever.
It's like a talk event. On
the something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I just remember that it's something to do with focusing on the new members. Probably seeing them all get together and meet fans and that sort of stuff. I'm sure they've already done that, but
hey, here's an idea. Anyone who might be listening, record that and upload it. Thanks.
Well, there is if anybody's awake over here in the Western world, the two new members are going to be on the Witching Hour this next broadcast.
So when is the next Witching Hour anyway?
The 21st, I believe.
Oh, okay, the 21st.
So like 4 a.m. for everyone that lives in Europe, and like isn't it like 11?
That's what I said. If anybody's awake.
Yeah, so basically only like degenerates like us and people with weird sleep schedules are going to be up for that.
It's like isn't it like 11 p.m. on the East Coast of America as well on like a Sunday night?
I'm not sure.
That's just poor timing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I need something to get invested in.
Apparently it's going to be Himari that's leading this Witching Hour.
Yeah.
Which is going to be amazing.
Which is odd.
It's going to be amazing. Exactly. If Himari leads this, I'm definitely tuning in because it's going to be amusing.
We'll have to look into it a little more, I suppose.
Lols Alama says, luckily I get up every day at 2 a.m. for work so I can watch it. It's like, damn, 2 a.m. for work.
I mean, I'll also be honest, and I fully admit I'm still salty as fuck that we got nothing from the graduation live apart from like 7 pictures that they finally put up on the Necronomical website.
We know. I've been very salty as well at some points, but I'm trying to be positive, and from what I can see, I like Hibiki. I liked her when she was in Gokite. Michelle seems nice enough. She looks like she's trying to, get people to engage with her and that sort of thing straight off the bat. She's probably definitely. I think she's tweeted more in the last week that she's been in Necro than Hina tweeted in the entire year, entirety of last year. So she's definitely active on social media. Bless her. So I'll definitely give her that. Hopefully 2019 goes well for Necro, and they can build up their Japanese fan base before they decide to try anything else, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Ricky had that talk.
Oh, he did some twit casting, didn't he, the other day?
Yeah, he had a twit casting, and he said that, if I got this right, that the first half of this year they will be concentrating on Japan.
Oh, so like the domestic audience.
It looks like there's not going to be any out-of-country performances for the first half of the year. Is what it sounded like.
So yeah, clear out your calendars for the summer, I guess.
That also means for anyone who is going to Japan within the first half of the year, you're all good because Necro is going to be in Japan, so you've got no issues there to worry about whether they're going to leave the country when you arrive. So because I know there's a bunch of people that are going in like February, March, May. I think there's like a bunch of people recently from like the group and on Twitter that are all going to Japan around about that time. So it's not a bad time to go. It's pretty good. What's chat saying? Anything else? Blah 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 blah. Oh, poliosis, late as usual, but I have a legitimate excuse. Don't worry, bro. Just glad you're here now. It's all good. Side
lettuce is here too.
Side lettuce. Man, I feel like side lettuce is like the OG. Like if he's not here, it feels weird at this point. Like
people in chat seem to generally agree with us that it's alright if they're rough because it's like it's cool to see them like improve and kind of you know, it's endearing in its own way.
I feel like if you was after perfection, you'd just go into listen to soulless K-pop. You wouldn't be into like underground idols. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get all the K-pop attacking me now.
Terry's views do not represent the views of the alternative
not
idol
soulless.
podcast
Okay,
or idolishit.com.
Okay, scratch soulless and just a product that's very, very built up from like the day they were born. They've been pretty much put in like an internment camp and like made to fucking learn to be like perfect performers. And then it's out there and it's a product and it's complete and nothing ever changes. Whereas, you know, like JP idols, some people are like, they're not talented, they're trash, you know, they can't sing, they can't dance. I was like, but they have character, they have, you know, determination. They actually try to build themselves up and like achieve their dreams. They haven't just like, you know, like they haven't been like made to practice every day and all that sort of stuff. They end up, you know, practicing because they want to do it and that sort of stuff. I don't know.
He's at Ramen Shuriken on Twitter if anyone wants to take this up.
I mean, don't even at me. K-pop army dudes, you can just fuck right off. Don't even at me because I'm not interested.
He's already on that block button.
Oh yeah.
Wal Salama, is that how you say that? I don't know. In chat says they're going to be in Tokyo for the last week of October and the first week of November. I will most likely also be in Tokyo around then, so hey, maybe I'll see you.
I hope I will be, but who knows? We'll see. After my controversial K-pop bit, but don't worry, boys. I'll cut that out on the VOD so no one will know it. I'll just have Gary like say random things, and I'll swap what I say out. Don't worry. I can edit that shit well good. Don't worry about it, guys. I'll sort that out. Right, should we move on to something else? I think we spoke about Necro enough. Chat's gone quiet, so I feel like we should skip to something else.
Yeah, let's do that. I believe it's me covering this next one.
It is,
you know, kind of hit a, you know, new release announcements part of the show, I suppose. So Screaming 60s, I feel like they mentioned this at the tail end of last year, but now they've finally kind of given us actual information. They are going to be releasing their first full album, sorry. Because, you know, they've done like mini albums, EPs, all that nonsense in the past. Titled Zetsu, is that right? Zetsu?
Yeah.
I think that's
that
right.
is correct.
Releases March the 13th, so, you know, got a little bit of time to save your pennies up. It will be 3,000 yen plus tax, so that'll probably be like 3240 or something. I don't know. I'm not really good at Japanese tax system.
This thing has how many songs?
It has 18 tracks, and I believe most of them are re-recorded versions of songs that they have previously released. So it's kind of like a best-of album, I guess. It's also a good way for everyone to get all of their songs and not have to buy ridiculously expensive and out-of-print CDs from Yahoo auctions anymore.
You know, I didn't look this up, but I was wondering, on their very, very first single, there was a song that I don't even think they perform. And it was very uncharacteristic for what they do now. And I'm wondering if that one's on here. I didn't check.
No idea.
I mean, you'll have to do that yourself.
You'll have to wait till the track listing comes out.
I could go to my CD pile, but it's buried in the bottom. So
yeah, basically, you know, there's some new stuff on here as well, I believe. But for the most part, they've been in the studio for the past, I think, probably 2 months at this point, like redoing everything, like, because, you know, some of the earlier stuff, you know, it's like, what, 4 years old or something by now. So, you know, update it for 2019. Hopefully not ruin it, because I know a lot of people really like the songs that they have at the moment and how they sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of people in chat are like, oh, this is great. Best of equals insta-buy. Hate expensive CDs. Japan asks vinyl prices for their CDs too often. Yeah, it's kind of like CD pricing in Japan is very strange, considering like where most of us probably live. A CD is seen as like, it maybe costs like $10 or something, right? if you still even buy CDs.
Yeah.
Whereas in Japan, it's like, it's a better part of like 25, $30 for just like a regular album. Yeah, it's one. I guess it's just one of those like cultural things, I suppose. They still place like a high value on like tangible kind of items.
Unless it's an AKB single, in which case it ends up in the trash the next day.
Yeah, like Loser in chat says, vinyl in Japan is cheaper if it's like punk or metal stuff. I looked at something in Tower Records in Shibuya or wherever, and it was a vinyl album. It was like £10, I think. I looked it up on Amazon UK and it was like 30. It's like, wow, that's not common.
Just a quick interjection. It is that song is on there. I looked it up in my little discography thing, so they did do it. What's it called, John? I don't know, but it's track 12. Great. It's really long in Japanese.
Looking forward to hearing
it's something about cherry blossoms. Okay. It's something about cherry blossoms. Oh, and also, I forgot something during the Necronominal thing.
Oh shit,
Gary, you'll like this one.
Go for it.
Specific announced that Void Hymn is coming out on vinyl.
Oh, I did see that.
And on a sweet, sweet purple and translucent piece of vinyl.
Explain what that means, John. Because when you say purple and translucent, to me that means something different to translucent purple.
I just think it's going to be purple, but you can see through it.
Well, there's purple and clear mixed together in like a splatter pattern. I'm assuming splatter.
That sounds horrific.
Well, we'll see.
Anyway,
we'll see.
So yeah, Screaming 60s best of album, I guess. They're not really calling it a best of album, but it pretty much is. March 13th, 3,000 yen, save your pennies. I will probably write a review of this because I haven't really reviewed much from Screaming 60s, so also look forward to that.
Didn't you just review like a really big album that you just recently put out a review for, or you waited to shield that at the end?
I mean, I'll say it now, I reviewed Mason Boot Girl's Yume album, and for some reason, like, a normal, reasonable person would have just skipped over the tracks that are kind of just like MRI machine sounds and dripping water and stuff, but I felt compelled to give my opinion on all 21 tracks.
Gary is a madman.
So you can head over to idolshit.com and check that out after the podcast.
Yeah, you can hear all about what Gary thinks up about dial-up internet sounds.
I am a mad lad, confirmed.
Nice. But yeah, that's about everything for the Screaming 60s, right?
Speaking of things that I'm currently in the middle of writing a review of, so don't want to really give an opinion on.
But you're not. But you're not actually reviewing this release, are you?
No, but no. I don't want to give too much of an opinion on the group.
Okay, but yeah, so Gary's probably reviewing Gang Parade's The Last album, or Last Gang Parade, or whatever. That's the one that he's probably reviewing, but this isn't about that, funny enough. What is
confirmed.
It? What?
100%.
No, I meant this news isn't about Last Gang Parade, but is it? So this is basically about Gang Parade getting their major label debut, which is going to release on April 17th. It's a single? It's a single, right?
Yeah.
It's a single, yeah. So it's 2,000 yen or 2,160 with tax, probably, the usual stuff. And yeah, this is Gang Parade's major label. Yeah, I know, right? I wonder if it's like a special version or anything like that, or if it's just bog standard.
They'll have like a DVD or something.
Maybe. But this is their first major label debut, and it's actually on Warner Music Japan. Are any of the whack lot on Warner Music? Beast is on Avex.
No.
Beast is on Crown.
Beast is Crown Records.
Empire's Avex, of course, because they're like, Avex. So yeah.
Isn't they're the only one on Warner.
No, Pasco's Universal.
Pasco's Universal, yeah.
I feel like there's someone else that's on Warner Japan. It's like Sorotopsicana, I believe.
They might be, yeah.
Warner Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are on Warner.
Who's not really relevant to this pod, but who's the world standard on? Ain't they on Warner as well?
Avex.
Oh, they're on Avex. So I know someone else is on Warner Music. I just can't think.
It's on Warner Music Japan, but it's actually on an imprint with a very amusing name. If you were a fan of like
Fueled by Ramen.
Yeah, like what music? Like emo
Paramore.
music. I
Paramore
guess in
was
the
on
early
Fueled
2000s.
by Ramen. Yeah. Paramore, I think.
Fall
was
Out
on.
Boy were on
Yeah.
Fueled by Ramen.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of bands were on Fueled by Ramen back in the day. They might still be, for all I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fueled by Mentaiko is the sub label of Warner Music Japan.
Well, I believe that Fueled by Ramen is a sub label of regular Warner.
Oh,
that is true.
Yeah. So Skilda said, "Rip Indie Gang," which rip Indie Gang, and no wonder they went fake Chinese on some songs. China is a big market.
No comment.
No.
Until the review goes out.
He's kayfabing that till the review comes out, and I've said my bits about that album myself. I'm looking forward to this release though. I want to hear, because what was Beish's major label debut? It was
Orchestra.
Was it Orchestra?
Yeah.
Wasn't Dead Man?
No.
Wasn't Dead Man a major release?
I don't think so.
Was it not?
Dead
Man is. It was Dead Man, yeah. So like their release.
I mean, it's like a 90-second song. Sorry for forgetting about it, guys.
I know. Anyway, it was Dead Man, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you could never rule out that it's just going to be something completely ridiculous. Or they could play it completely. Or they call it Waste Man. Was the Screaming 60s track John mentioned called I can never pronounce Cicada Flower?
Yes.
Dead Man is the song that got me into all iDOL. Damn. Dead Man doing work.
Well, he goes start somewhere, I guess.
I mean, it only took him
from there.
It only took him 90 seconds to get hooked. I mean, so it did the job, I guess. Props to Dead Man on that one.
I unapologetically dislike that song.
I really like the video.
Don't take anything I say.
I really like the video for that video of them like hitting the. It's like that stuff in that market. Obviously, they went there for nighttime, right? So it was closed, but they like went there with the hammers and stuff, pretended to smash stuff up. That's pretty cool. I did like the video. But yeah, I'm looking. The video was a rip off of another video. I mean, it's whack. Let's be honest, whack like parody and homage in brackets homage. A lot of stuff. And then Zenkibi ripped off that. Yeah, that's true.
Like, whack are gonna get sued by someone at some point.
Yeah,
you can't just keep doing that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's a homage to a homage, don't worry, bro. No one will ever notice, it's fine. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to do for this major label release. Let me know your thoughts in chat. Let me know whether or not you think that... Let me know what you think they're going to do for it. Whether or not you think they're going to play it safe and they're going to make songs like more Kentacore ballads. Whether you think they're going to go for like a mad EDM banger. I don't know. Or if you think they're going to go and carry on with this kind of like weird accent-y stuff.
Maybe
that
they'll
they've been
just recycle more old Beast songs. Who knows?
What would you do if they just did Plastic to Mercy major label debut edition?
Probably not bother reviewing it.
Probably, but it's something. No, but like, what if they actually like made a new song, but along those lines? If that makes sense, you know.
Sure.
I guess.
I'd have to hear it. I guess.
Oh, of course.
If it's done well, then yeah, sure, why not?
Let's have a look. Someone said it's Gang. It's Gang Parade. They're gonna do something mad. I feel. Someone said I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. What Cart says very safe. So we got some differing opinions. I think it's gonna be interesting. I feel like
very
if it's
safe was like the last 12 months. Though.
Yeah, I don't. Or yeah, Gang 2 and that. I mean, they were good. They're all right songs. I'm not gonna say good. I'm gonna say all right songs. But yeah, I don't know. They were safe. I mean, the most non-safe things they've done are the things on the new album they just put out, and like
they're not safe for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, they're not safe for all the wrong reasons. Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah, you're giving it out. Hashtag
Don't
problematic
bother reading the
album.
review, guys. You already got it. Never mind. I'll trash the review now.
Sorry.
No views.
Yeah, well, I'll let us move on to something you can talk about if that's all right with you, Gary.
Speaking of things that I'm going to review, assuming I can get my hands on a copy somehow, Burst Girl. We mentioned this like 2 weeks ago, right?
In passing, yeah, that they were going to be doing
we
it.
mentioned this in passing. They were going to be releasing a new single.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Nancy, the song that they put the music video out for like 3-4 weeks ago.
Of this damn song that I still can't get the chorus out of my head.
The, like, I guess the tribute to Sid Vicious and Nancy, what's her last name?
Spongin.
There you go. So yeah, they're putting out a single. It will be released on... Why is there 2 release dates in here, John?
I told you I was going to explain that, but you just dismissed me.
Anyway, it's going to release on, like, I think it's the 21st of January or something. I don't know. I'm splitting the difference between the 2 dates. And
You want me to explain it real quick?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, what's happening is there's a release show at Umeda Tower Records on the 20th. There is a version that they're selling at that show. Well, it's the ones you have to buy if you want to do the handshake or anything like that. That you can only get at that store, at that show. Then
So
at Tower
it
Records...
has like an exclusive cover, I believe.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Yep. And then there's a second show at Shinjuku Tower Records on February 1st, where a different version will be offered, but that version can be picked up on the 22nd of January. So
The cover
and
art's
then I
literally just
think-
a different color.
yeah, it's just a
No,
different
it's
cover
not.
art.
Is it not?
They're doing different poses, bro. Pay attention.
Oh, you mean they've got their heads slightly tilted in a different direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different though.
Scooter says those outfits are horrible. It's like William Wallace's army went. I'm not even going to read out the last bit, Scooter. You can behave.
Hey,
Hey,
you can't say that if there's a Scottish person here, dude.
You're oppressing my people.
yeah. But I think, and then Tower Records site says that the Umeda version will also be on sale on the 23rd, and I think that's
nice.
store,
and
I guess. I don't know.
Non-confusing.
Basically,
Yeah.
what we're saying is, if you're not in Japan, get fucked.
Yeah, forget it.
Pretty much.
Well,
Well,
actually, in somewhat related news, Burst Girl have an online store now.
they do. They do.
So
They do. I'm gonna order that.
Maybe
I'm gonna
after
order
this.
that shirt.
maybe at some point this CD might end up on there. Anyway, it's coming out like in a couple of days. Like I can be reasonably sure of that. Could cost about 1,080 yen, I believe, after tax, or is that before tax? Who knows?
That's after tax.
1080 is
Cool.
normally after tax.
Yeah. So 2 tracks. It has Nancy, and then it has a B-side which is called Liar, I believe. And like John said, it will be released at Umeda Tower Records and Shinjuku Tower Records. Thankfully, they're not doing different B-sides because that would really suck. And yeah, I mean, good luck getting this if you aren't in Japan. But
I feel like we might be able to get a copy from the Shinjuku Records event. Shinjuku Tower Records event. We might be able to get a copy, maybe. It depends on if a certain person is on if a certain person is on juju duty that day. If they're not, then maybe it might have to be a Isan Onegai Shimasu moment. But if he is on duty, then yeah, no chance.
they want me to review the tartan use. I mean, it's not really tartan to begin with. So,
Aren't they like mixing clans? Like,
I mean,
Yeah, if there's any clans that use those particular
maybe.
quote unquote tartans.
Who knows?
it's kind of like saying like one of those flannel shirts is tartan.
Oh, what, like a lumberjack would wear.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just plaid. Those are just plaid outfits.
Yeah,
pretty much.
mean-
They're very like flamboyantly colored, I guess, but
yeah.
they must suck to perform in. I mean, I know it's kind of cold, but
I don't know. I wanted
They do
them. I
perform
wanted
them,
them
by
to
the
keep.
way.
I wanted them to keep dressing up like they dressed up in the Nancy video. I thought they looked really good. Like the way they dressed up in the Nancy video. I kind of like that.
He said Nancy, by the way, in case anyone thought it sounded like another N word.
Oh no, the
like I sound.
Nancy. Yeah. Sorry, British accent. Apologies. Someone.
I wish it was the high A lands. That'd be great. Solve a lot of my problems.
Boss is definitely in. Oh, behave, Moondoggy, behave. Chat, you're all degenerates. Behave.
If I can get a copy of this and not have to pay like 5k on Yahoo auctions, I'll write a review.
Yeah.
I don't know if that incentivizes anyone to get me a copy or not. Who knows? But yeah, look forward to that coming out in a few days.
Moving on to something new, I guess, and a bit shiny. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, shiny and new. I like shiny and new.
This is you, John.
I know. Last in My Cult. Anybody heard of this?
Probably not, because like
no
one.
I mean,
like,
it's been all the rage in group
for about an hour.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, man. It just what was this the other night? This demo like popped up on YouTube, and I was like, huh.
Damn,
Interesting.
Chat's exploding from this.
Yeah, see, everybody's heard of these, but yeah, it's a.
Damn, John's getting thanked for stuff. That must be nice.
That is actually very weird because that almost never happens. People are usually like, "Why are you doing that? Stop doing that." Anyway, my Last in My Cult is a new group being managed, I assume, and produced by Baby Tracks, which also does Black Nazarene and a couple of other idol groups. Shingo's one of them. They're also new. They're the ones that I don't know if any of you have seen them. They dress up as like temple girls.
Are you sure it's not Shinto?
Temple maidens?
Yeah, Shinto, yeah.
Definitely Shinto, not Shingo.
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, Shinto. That's what it says. I just can't read.
It says it now after I changed it.
Shingo, baby.
But yeah, Last of My Cult's punk idols, and if anybody has listened to the demos, which I'm sure that some people have, it's pretty quick music. Carries on at a pretty good pace.
What I would say.
Yeah. So there's 6 of them, as our current live listeners and viewers can see from the picture. We got Para, Momoko, Neko, Roku.
Wait, is this an order of the picture?
No.
No, it's definitely not.
I'm just reading.
It's alright if people are listening to this like on the MP3 or just like in a different tab, they're wrecked anyway.
Yeah. Read out the names, but they don't correlate with the picture.
Shie. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyone? Shie and Katsuki, and most people are very excited for her because she was in. What was that Yamitsuki
Company?
Yamitsuki Company, yeah.
Everybody remembers them. They did that cover of.
I think they
blah 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 blah.
They might have actually beat Deep Girl for being the most loved one-hit wonder. I feel like they might have actually dethroned Deep Girl at that point because people still talk about Yamitsuki Company, about that one song that they did, whereas like no one talks about Deep Girl these days.
No, and people were pretty hardcore into them for I think they were pretty much just a maid cafe group.
Mm. I mean, they had other songs. No one ever heard them.
They did,
like ever.
Yeah, you had to go to their lives, like those. Well, we're getting off track. Anyway, she was in that group, so people are excited for that. I think the other 2 are in Black Nazarene, which is also the Baby Tracks group. Is it just 2 of them or 3 of them? I know that 2 of them are in there.
What, 2 of them in this are in Black Nazarene?
No, 2 of the girls that were in Yamitsuki Company.
Oh right,
yeah.
2, yeah. I'm sure it's 2.
Yeah, so we just got to find that 4th one wherever she went. Anyway, so they're having their debut on the 3rd of February at a Baby Tracks showcase called Babies Show Volume 3. So apparently they've had 2 other ones. at Shinjuku Mars, and they are also releasing a 5-song demo CD, and the preview of that is available on the Baby Tracks YouTube channel.
It's kind of cool that they've started straight off with like a 5-track demo CD. That's pretty cool.
Keyword there being demo.
Demo, yeah, definitely demo.
Yeah, it could do with some work.
Mainly just the final mixing. The mixing is a bit bad. Like instrumentals and the vocals are fine. Like there's nothing too like off kilter about it. It just the vocals aren't like mixed in with the instrumental very well, so it kind of sounds a bit like the vocals are, I think as Gary put it, you say like hovering above the instrumental in a helicopter or something.
Kind of, yeah.
The way he described it to me, which I kind of agree with.
It's like the other thing, like I like what I heard. Okay, there's like tons of potential there. The mixing's not great, which I think might just be so people can actually hear the vocals, like and get a good idea of like how the girls sound and stuff.
TBH, Black Nazarene, also has the same issue.
Yeah. They're also not thug. I'm talking about Black Nazarene.
Yeah.
They're definitely not thug. So at least this group's kind of punk.
Yeah, true.
The other thing is that like they could probably tell the girls to like be a bit more natural with like their tone when they're singing.
Maybe
there's a few really kind of cutesy.
They're hamming it up a bit too much.
Yeah,
a little bit, right?
Like, yeah, it's like it's punk music. I know none of you have probably ever heard a punk song in your life, but I mean, you can sing a bit more natural, and people won't mind that much.
Yeah, it's not Riot Baby. It's not Riot. Is it Baby Riot or Riot Baby?
It's Riot
Baby, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm surprised they're not on Baby Tracks. That would have made perfect sense, but apparently not. But yeah, they've got some interesting names. Is it the girl with the blonde and black is the one that's like, is her name's like Roku or something?
I think it's just Roku.
No, on
just one.
One on like her Twitter, she had like Roku or something like that.
Well, that's great on her Twitter.
Maybe that's what I'm saying, but that might mean that her name's like 666. That's the joke. Maybe. I get, yeah. I thought the gimmick was that her name was like Roku, like her name was like 666 or something like that. And then one of the other one, the Shie girl, her name's like she, which is like deaf. Like all their names are gimmicks. If you go and check out their names fully, they're like gimmicks of something, I guess, from some of them that I looked at. But that was me just reading it in Japanese, so I don't know. Well, I'll have to go and look at it again.
There you go.
But yeah,
that's Last in My Cult.
But yeah,
and they're an idol group that's just about to start. So get excited for that, or else.
I mean, they have a good look. They've put out some music that sounds interesting. If they can get their live performances down and they can get the mixing on the tracks to be a little bit more solid, then yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Why not?
I bet they'll be a little rough. You know.
I mean, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, perfectly fine.
It's also punk music.
It's meant to be rough.
It doesn't have to be like sparkly.
Yeah. It just needs to sound natural, I guess.
Unless you're a fan of Dichotomy.
No, mixing should stay. What do you mean? The mixing sounds like that mixing on that song is not punk. I'm sorry, it sounds like they're in a recording studio and the band is playing in one room and they're standing in another room and trying to make the sounds hit each other through a soundproof wall. That's not punk. A punk would be the girls are in the room with the band and trying to shout over the top of the instrumental. That would be punk mixing. Not the girls on the other side of the planet above the instrumental. I'm sorry, but like studio engineering is my actual fucking like subject that I did at uni, and like the mixing on it's terrible.
Oh man, Terry's flexing his degree on people now. Watch out.
The thing is, I never do it. I listen to so much stuff and I'm like, yeah, the mixing's a bit off, but like I don't ever go into detail on what's wrong with it. I just go, yeah, it sounds a bit off, or you know, that's a bit bad. But sometimes like I'm just like, I've listened to so many genres and how they're mixed, and like most of the time the mixing's fucking terrible. There's very few genres that people mix.
Would you say this is more like a black metal mix? Just the lowest fi you can. Low fidelity. This isn't even low fidelity.
It's not even low fidelity. It's just literally someone dragged in the vocals to the instrumental.
It's split fidelity
and did nothing to them. Yeah, they literally just left it sitting above the instrumental. That was it. Which is why it's a demo. They probably just didn't like. They've got good recording quality and they've got good instrumental quality, and they've put them next to each other. And because they're both such good quality, they need to be blended, and they're not blended, so it just sounds too clean. But above each other, it's just a thing. If anything, the lower quality your music is, the easier it is for everything to blend together, because it's all in a a mess of noise and fuzz. You know what I mean? Which is why things sound good if they just normally sound like shit. If things sound like shit, they normally sound good, especially if you blast them loud, which is the truth.
Black metal.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Anyway, so
unless it's Bathory.
Keep an eye on this group, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they manage to stick together for a while and achieve their potential.
Terry's did a uni. He's did.
Yeah, dude, you're rocking that bachelor's in musical engineering.
Was that supposed to, I don't know if that's supposed to be like an accent that he's trying to do on the comment though, because I know what skills is like. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he's trying to do like a Cartman reference or something.
He Cartman you, dude.
Yeah. It's hard to do though through text, so I was like, I think I'm reading it right. What are we moving on to? So we've got this episode's
song previews, I guess,
pretty much.
Kind of what we're still calling this section, even though it's like we're just talking about songs that got music videos.
Yeah, and MVs and that sort of stuff, but it stops us from getting in trouble. Cartman Authority, yeah, exactly.
Especially now that we're monetized, definitely can't show music videos outside of our reaction.
Yeah, I don't want to give up. Don't want to give up that 20p I might make. So yeah, what was the first thing that came out that we looked at?
We have Apocalypse with
in their big
Hobo Perfect Woman.
So what did you guys think of Hobo Perfect Woman?
I thought this song was a complete and utter mess.
Instrumental bangs though. Shame about the vocals.
Yeah, the vocals, and the transitions are just not good. It's just so abrupt. Like, are they not?
I'm not gonna lie.
Just me?
I see Apocalypse. We see Apocalypse when we was last in Japan, when they debuted the new members, and like I remember watching them all, and then Gary was like, "So what do you think of that then?" And I was just like, "I don't know. I don't know."
We also apparently didn't notice that one of the new members they debuted when we saw them used to be in Zenkimi.
Yeah, one of the new members that they debuted was Mene from Zenkimi, and we completely didn't notice. Well, to be fair, she had completely different colored hair and a different hairstyle. So it kind of makes sense. I'm trying to figure out which one she is in the picture that I have. I think
she's the one sitting on the stairs.
Top left, right?
In the music video, she's the one sitting on the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, I meant on the picture I've got of the MV. I think she's like the top left one. So Mene from Zenkimi. So like, yeah. If anyone wonders what happened to Mene from Zenkimi, there you go. She's now in Apocalypse. So
yeah, she in the bottom right picture. On the current thing, she's in the top left, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one.
It's something completely different in the top left, in the main picture. And
right. Yeah, I meant the picture of Apocalypse. Sorry, apologies.
But yeah, I really like the instrumental for this song, but just like the vocals and stuff, just.
Yeah, I've always been a bit lukewarm on Apocalypse, and I don't think that's ever really going to change. So my opinions probably doesn't matter that much on them.
They're trying to do a lot here.
They're trying to do too much. They're just doing too much. Like their look doesn't fit in with their sound, and their sound's never consistent. And they got a bunch of members that are all known for stuff. Their name's Apocalypse. Scooter. What members do they have? Let's just throw it
They're
out.
kind of like a super group.
Yeah, they're kind of like a super group. Yeah.
They have Benny from Avanda. And,
we mentioned her earlier.
Chiffon? Is Chiffon still in there? Or
Chiffon. Yep, Chiffon is still in there.
Yeah.
They've got one of the ones from...
Baked Noodles and Ham or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chiffon, Benny, and... Risa, yeah, from Namahamu, yeah.
And they've got... is it Pai...
Kemi, yeah. Pai Dekemi, well. Who's their like boob member, I guess, boob member DJ or whatever, and they've also got Mene from Zenkimi at some point. So, yeah, they've got Not not Risa, the other one. I can't remember her name. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. She's in the
one that isn't in Zoc.
Yeah, the one that. No, wait, she's the one that's in Zoc, right?
Is she?
Is she in Zoc and this?
Yeah, I think she is in Zoc.
She's in Zoc and this. So
I don't know why I know that because Zoc's not even in my wheelhouse.
I don't cover Apocalypse or
boat,
Zoc, but we're covering them now. So that's one thing, I guess. Yeah, she's in both. There you go, Polo. This is confirming the stuff for us. Thank you. But yeah, it is what it is, really.
It's not. It's not bad, but yeah, it's.
I feel like I should put a link in there for anyone. Like,
the music does not fit their steampunk aesthetic.
Side Letters said he's off to the Thai band followed by Zenkimi. Definitely have fun, bro. Zenkimi will be awesome. Go and enjoy that.
A brutal day. Have fun, dude.
Have fun, dude. I'm sure plenty of strong zero and painkillers will get you through. Well, at least that's
the
what
Terry method.
The Terry method, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we've kind of talked about Apocalypse as much as we want to at this point. Up next, we have Shuengo Bupan Manji.
Yep.
Do they still have the Manji?
Yeah, they still have the Manji. Yeah, sorry, apologies, it just wasn't in there.
This song is called Cat's Days, I guess.
This song is just it's silly
for a song where like 75% of it is just them naming off breeds of cats. This isn't that bad.
It's like a lot of Shuengo's songs though. Like the lyrics normally are very about something that's very kind of like mundane, but then the instrumental and like the energy is enough to normally carry it through.
This is also one of those songs where it's like an idol group has gone, oh yeah, we kind of like pop punk instrumentals, but we can't sing in a pop punk style, so we're gonna have the instrumentals and then just sing normally. That's what I thought when I heard the kind of opening like guitar riff. Anyway,
that's mostly what most of Shuengo Bupan stuff is, though, pop punk stuff.
Oh, this is kind of like a Malcolm McLaren easycore song, where they don't actually sing in an easycore style.
The video is interesting because I was trying to get a screenshot for the video for this for the Shuengo Bupan song, and there's a lot of like panning focus on the camera, so whenever the girls are like slightly farther away from the lens, like you get a lot of blur around them, and then when they turn their heads, the blur kind of sometimes goes on their faces as well. So trying to find like an actual in focus shot of any of the girls looking at the camera was virtually impossible. So this was pretty much the best picture. I managed to get the kind of pink and white one in the middle of one of the members, who I think is
that just before she goes yeah.
Yeah, it was one of her or someone else that was that said yeah. What do people say? People talk about me in chat. Let's have a look. It's
talking about their plans for today, and I'm very jealous.
I'm not into Zenkimi though. Blah blah blah. Terry's gonna bounce you up the chat for that. Podiosis. I mean, it's fine if he's not into Zenkimi. He's not into Zenkimi. Podiosis said, "I've got Marionette members B-Day live." Okay. Thai band with new Kandai, Owayoru, Christine, Berry. I mean, that sounds good. I'd definitely go to that. New Kandai. Oh, let's just say Kandai. Kandai, Christine, Berry. I'd go to that just based on that alone, probably. Then after that, last act, I'm interested in going to see Nonin, Holderins, and Regina Kiss. I mean, Regina Kiss seemed pretty cool. I haven't really listened to Holderins, but it'd be cool to see Non do her thing. Loser said only OG Zenkimi is worth it. I disagree. But that's all I have to say on that one. Zenkimi has always been good. They haven't put a foot wrong. Let's have a look.
Do we have anything else to say about Shuengo Bupan?
No, we can move on to Zenkimi.
It's a fun little pop punk song about random breeds of cats. It's got some yarring in it. It's got a pretty cute MV of the girls if you want to see them.
Go and
check it out. Yeah, go and check it out. Like, I wouldn't say that this song is super representative of what Shuengo Bupan, what all their songs are like. It's definitely not, but it's a fun addition to their kind of, their set list. Their, what would the word be? Discography? Their song.
Sure.
Their repertoire.
Their repertoire, yes, John. There you go. Bring it back. I should have done it. Their repertoire. I should have thrown out the accent again. So we got them next. Oh, none other than Zenkimi themselves.
Yep.
with Kawame Zenya, which I think is right. Zeng, tell me, what was the how do you say this this Zenkimi song that came out again, the one with the MV? What was, I think Siva confirmed how you actually say it.
Is this the song that they're selling with the ticket for their Zap show?
Yes, it is, yeah.
The Zap show that's today, I guess.
Kakume Zenya, there you go.
Kakume.
Yeah,
Zenya.
is the first kanji apparently used red weird. Thanks, Zeng. Thank you for that.
Oh, that's right. This is the $4,000 yen single because you get a ticket with it.
Indeed, yeah. Did anyone else kind of get like weirded out at first that Zenkimi were all wearing red?
I was weirded out by Yotsu's like hat, I guess.
What was up with that hat?
Has anyone? Everyone posted loads of pictures in the Facebook group of like different. Someone said that she looked like the Spanish Inquisition. I think I said she looked like a red mage. There was a bunch of like different people in red hats that people said that she looked like.
Nobody would expect that, would they?
What? That she's the Spanish? Oh, I get it.
That's a dark joke.
No one expects the. Oh Jesus! But yeah, what did you guys think of the MV?
The only person that can pull that hat off it would be
the Undertaker.
Rukatama.
Oh, Rukatama.
Melon Bathake.
But the thing is, her head would now blend in with the hat because of her new hair. So that's
True.
it. Red is just the color after SURViViNG. Yeah, that's true. I mean, when SURViViNG wore all red dresses, that was really weird. So seeing Zenkimi wear all red as well, it kind of feels a bit weird as well. Definitely weird. But yeah, it was weird watching this video because it wasn't long ago we were stood like where a lot of the shots were taken. So we're like, I know that shop and I know that road. Yeah. Like, you know,
that's Shibuya.
Oh, there's the bus stop. Like, there was some kind of like shots of it where you just like immediately know where you are and you're like, that's kind of mad. Would have been kind of weird like walking home from like a show and you just catch like Zenkimi like filming in MV somewhere like in the middle of the street. You'd be like,
didn't they do that other one somewhere
for Misfit Lovers? Yeah,
in Shibuya? Yeah, where they were standing on top of posts and all this ridiculous.
yeah. Was that Takeshi Adori or somewhere? Were they there?
It might have been.
Yeah, one like the pillar thing. I think that she was standing on. I can't remember. But this one was pretty much just her like in the middle of the street, just like flailing around. I was like, could you imagine walking down the road? And just,
some guy just walks past looking down at his phone.
Yeah, and he's just like.
Well, I think a lot of idols, film in that part of Tokyo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's always stuff like that. You'll see people walking around with cameras, filming random people pretending to like mouth to like songs, and yeah, it's one of the things where there's so much going on that it just kind of becomes impossible to really focus on one thing, and you just kind of keep going in the direction that you need to go and just ignore everything.
That's also not counting all the annoying tourists that need to get their like 30-second clip of
the crossing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Try to get to life, bro. Get out of the way.
It's true. But yeah, good song.
This Taiban at Milky Way starts in like 10 minutes. Come on.
I still got to hit the Konbini and pick up a strong zero and down it before I get in there. Come on, let's go. But yeah. So yeah, what did you guys think? Good song. I quite like the song.
Yeah, it's very Zenkimi.
It sounds like it could have been on the last album. To be fair,
but it's definitely a softer Zenkimi song, I guess.
It's not as frenetic, I guess.
Yeah. That's a big
I am breaking out the $5 words all of a sudden, aren't I?
$5 words.
That's a triple word score.
Nice. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And
it's a shame that like the only way to really get it is to spend a bunch of money.
Well, that's kind of like what most Japanese stuff is like.
I dropped a big stack of cash on it too, and I was like, no.
They'll probably end up
pick
on
it up on the auction
whatever. It'll end up on whatever album they release later.
Oh yeah, for sure. Probably with this single that they're bringing out as well. Polo also said, speaking of, I think he's referring back to when we was talking about Melon Batake a minute ago.
Yes.
He said that they are getting new outfits at Loft, which is for the Sick X Idol Sick Volume 3.
It's just...
Is it Sick Idol Sick?
Yeah. The X's are silent.
Okay, sorry. I wish my X's were silent. So Sick X Idol...
That's dark.
Sick Idol Sick Volume 3. So Melon Batake are going to be getting some new outfits. That's pretty cool, actually. Maybe that's why they're all getting new haircuts as well. New haircuts to coincide with new outfits. This melon is ripe. This melon is new.
New year, new me.
Yeah, new year, new melon. What was the actual next picture we've actually got on there? So it was for Kotai Camera Girl. Dry. Okay. Dry is kind of how I went into this song, really, because the opening really dry.
Chill hop, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't really my thing. I like Kotai Camera Girl Dry, but that song really didn't do it for me. Their last one that they put out was much better. Josephine didn't really do it for me, but I don't know. What did you guys think?
Thumbs down.
Kind of got triggered by the tone that the blonde girl was rapping in.
I did not like she no. Yep, no.
Was it you, John, that started like making me sing like T-Pain or something like that? You was like making T-Pain jokes about the song. It's like, yeah, that was funny. We were
PTSD from Gang Parade, so when I heard her even having a slightly different accent when she was rapping, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know. I mean, the girl in like the striped hoodie or whatever doing all the kind of, I guess, clean singing.
Yeah, she's the singer.
She's good.
Yeah. That's the one thing I have said about Dry, is that I really like their clean singer, and some of their songs have got some really like nice clean vocal bits from her. I mean, they're losing pretty. The girl with the blonde hair was the one that they're losing, right?
I don't know.
Maybe I couldn't tell you.
We just got a chat from Hepu. Hepu Kopom. It says, hi, do you know Happy Kudu Kudu? I do know Happy Kudu Kudu. They are disbanding, or just disbanded, or they're disbanding soon, I think. I remember someone, I've reacted to them before, and I really enjoyed Happy Kudu Kudu. I think they're produced by, is it You Know Me? You Know Me, I think, produces Happy Kudu Kudu, if I remember. They had that like Tokyo Invaders song, you know, of like the like game effects and everything like that kind of came into the video. They were really cool. But yeah, I heard that they were like disbanding or disbanded, so I would have covered that, but I haven't really looked at anything official for it, so we unfortunately we didn't put it in the podcast. Yeah, I know, sad times, right? everyone's like, what? Skilda said that he liked the Josephine song. I mean,
well, that's fine.
That's fine, Skilda. We still love you.
Well, you're okay.
You're okay by us. And for our last thing of our song previews of new releases or whatever.
I'm just kidding. You're
whatever
awesome.
We call it these days, I guess.
So, why are we talking about this?
Because they're idols.
I don't know.
They're idols. They're not a band.
Are you sure?
Only one of them can play an instrument, and there's 3 of them. 2 of them don't play an instrument.
Yeah, but that instrument, it sounds dirty and sick.
But I don't even think she plays live.
So like,
it's Doru Doru.
Doru, yeah.
Yep.
Doru Doru.
With the MV for she.
Idol group / band ? That people only care about because the 2 girls in it are like Baby Metal fans or something.
Or hanged out at the Baby Metal Cafe, or I don't think there was a Baby Metal bar thing. Bar, sorry. Baby Metal Cafe, but that's gonna definitely get people's hopes up. I can go and get an omurice from Su Metal. I love how he just laughed. Someone's like, I wonder what shift Yui will be working. Oh.
So, anyway, the vocals are really high pitched in this one.
She really reminds me of.
I like the bass guitar tone. I like everything about the bass.
It's like dirty as fuck. Apologies for swearing.
It is. It's nasty.
Yeah, the bass guitar. Poliosis. That's the joke. R/whoosh. R/whoosh. That's the joke.
The vocals kind of don't. I don't know if it's if they don't go or if I just don't like that kind of pitch. I'm
gonna vote both of those.
The thing is, the song's very minimalistic. There's not much to it apart from the drums, a really dirty bass guitar, kind of like you're chugging along, and then a little bit of like lead guitar doing something occasionally. Other than that, there's not much to it. So there's very little. If you can't get down with like that rhythm, like bass style, and just get like the crunchiness of it and like it, then there's not really much to latch onto.
I like the bass. the vocals are kind of like it's just a bit too high pitched for me.
Yeah, I see what she's kind of doing with it, with the kind of like whispery.
If this was like Garuda or something, I'd be all for it. But like the kind of high pitched stuff, it's like not sure if this is the right. Not sure if this is the right style of music for that kind of thing.
I don't know. It might just be, I don't know, like, it seems like it's the type of vocals that she's doing with it. Yeah, it's definitely a very, very clash of, like, sounds with that bass and that voice. But, you know, maybe, I think some people like that kind of clash of sounds. I can't remember what the word is.
You know, it's a contrast, which is interesting, I guess. But, yeah.
Yeah, some people like the harsh contrast, some people don't. I feel like if you're into, like, all idol stuff, a lot of people even like the stuff that we consider not to be contrast, like Necro. We don't like these days, we just consider that normal, right? But some people listen to Necro.
I have to read this out from the chat. It's like the shitty goth bands that were popular when I was in high school.
Was that like Cradle of Filth?
I didn't say that. Chat said that.
Yeah, but yeah, I've lost my train of thought now, and that's probably for the best. It's okay.
They have this group also has a third member, right? That isn't in the music video.
Yep. This is correct.
From 403 Error, or maybe you're supposed to pronounce it like.
No, it turns.
Clock.
I thought it was her, but I thought it was her, but it turns out it's the main vocalist. That's also in 403 Error.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that was what was confusing. Like, because the girl with the mask obviously we thought was the girl from the mask from 403 Error.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Was like, that's definitely not her.
But they said that they had someone from 403 Error, so I was like, oh, it must be the girl in the mask. That's quite a distinctive, like, look. I was like, it must be her. And we went into the member thing. It's actually the main vocalist girl actually is a support member of 403 Error. So I'm guessing she's like either a stand-in like member,
trainee or something.
Maybe that's why she's doing this. Maybe she's not doing much in 403 Error, I guess. Let's have a look. Poloist has said, I think the only ones I've heard out of what's being talked about was Zenkimi and Apocalypse. Everything else has been zero priority, likely because of when they came out. Yeah, a lot of it literally came out not long ago, so it's kind of like
a lot of this came out like in the last week or so.
Yeah.
It's like pretty recent, and it isn't like.
Didn't that Doro Doro come out today?
No,
yesterday.
No, a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, none of this stuff's really big ticket items either. So
yeah, even the Zenkimi release, I was like super happy that they brought it out, especially what with like Shadari thing and the Zenkimi thing and that sort of stuff, and not Zenkimi, Necro thing, and all their groups losing people and graduating, and I was like, oh, Zenkimi blesses me with some music, something to get happy about. So that's good, but I need this single Zenkimi. When's this single coming out?
In like 2 weeks, bro. Just relax.
We'll get there.
Well, we about to wrap it up. We've gone past our window, boys.
I mean, we have, but to be honest, we're pretty much on time considering we started about 10 minutes late. So, and we still got all 26 of you still here. So, a big thanks to you guys. I mean, we can start wrapping it up. If there's anyone here watching that's not subscribed, please get subscribed for more podcasts.
Rock the bell as well.
Reaction videos. The bell is really cool.
And that super chat works too, by the way.
Apparently, yeah.
It definitely does. A big thanks to.
Hopefully, it hasn't stopped working. If you catch me.
Somebody else should test it.
No, BA. But yeah, big thanks out to Scooter and one second, and to Farah Henden for the super chats. You guys are awesome. I never would have expected in a million years that on our first podcast with super chat that someone would have actually donated any money. So you guys are pretty crazy for even trying that. Thank you very much. I know you guys have got a few things that you want to talk about before we go, but I have actually got something to shill for once. So just to let you guys know, I put out a little preview on our Patreon about a thing that I'm working on currently. And it's if you like a little bit of sickness with your kawaii, and might be fans of Kodo Momental and Zenkimi, then I might have quite an interesting video that I'm working on that's coming out soon. It's a pretty long video, roughly about 40 minutes, so that's a pretty long video from me. It is a live video. It
has some
yeah,
seldom seen footage, is what you were saying.
Some seldom seen footage from some stuff that I might have that a lot of people probably don't have in their possession, from a certain group, and some other bits and bobs, going through some history, some some interesting stuff. If you're a fan of any Kodomo groups, then tune in for that once that eventually gets finished. It's a bit of a labor of love and a bit of a project that I'm working on, so give me a few minutes to get this finished. But once you do, I hope that everyone's going to enjoy it. It's quite a long video, but it's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. If you're here right now and you listen to the VOD for the first time, you enjoyed the podcast, and you want to know where we get this sort of news from and talk about stuff when we're not on the podcast, then join us on the Facebook group. The link's normally always in the description down below. I believe we normally put it in there, so you can find the Facebook group, or just search Alternative iDOL on Facebook and you'll find us all there. Most of the people in the chat are probably there, or on Twitter as well, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for my my little input there. I'm actually glad that I've got something that I am working on, and something that you guys will enjoy in due time. So give me time, and yeah, I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. What you got for us,
cool.
Gary?
Is it me? Okay. As most people know, unless they're completely new here, I have a website. It's idolishshit.com. Mainly post reviews of recent iDOL releases, or not so recent releases, as has been the case the past few weeks, because I'm trying to catch up. Since the last podcast, I have reviewed Yana Mute's Humoresque number 2 and number 3, so I've reviewed all 3 of those now. I posted a rather in-depth top 10 non-album releases of 2018 that Terry also made a video for, so, you know, can go read the article or watch the video. Options are great, right? And the other day, I, for some reason, decided it was a good idea to do a track-by-track review of Mason Boot Girl's Yume album. So if you have a spare, like, half hour, you can go read that, I guess.
Jesus.
Apart from that, I am at iDOLIsShit on Twitter if you would like to follow there for site updates and just general kind of commentary about stuff. I also have a Patreon because, you know, it's the done thing these days in these e-begging streets. It's patreon.com/iDOLIsShit. You get like some behind the scenes, if you like, updates on what I'm working on. There's a tier that you can basically tell me what review you want me to post next out of a selection of things I'm working on, or if you're a big baller, I'll write a review of anything you want if you want to give me a crazy amount of money. Apart from that, that's pretty much it for me.
Oh, that leaves me. What's my website again? Straightfromjapan.com.
There's hyphens in there. Apologies, I know I normally do it. I'm sorry. There's hyphens in there.
Damn it. Anyway, I got news there. I say news things sometimes. Been busy with something else lately, so the news has been a bit slow. The thing that I've been busy with is Necronominal fan site. walkinshadow.com. So you can all come check that out. I just got some member stuff there right now, a couple of miscellaneous things. I got information on every release they've put out, and I am currently doing a history of all of their live performances. I've got all of 2014 done and a couple of months of 2015, so that's what I'm working on. So that's fun. You can come check that out if you want to.
It's a serious labor of love there. So yeah, if you're a big Necro fan and you really want to delve deep into, you know, the history and lore of Necro, and John's got links. I'm sure you've spoken to Ricky plenty of times, and I believe you also spoke to their old photographer as well to get some like older photos and stuff like that before, didn't you? So
yeah, he's still their photographer.
Oh, that's
good old Dan.
Well, we'll have to try and see work if you can get some kind of like pictures and stuff like that as well for the site.
I'm working on that. Yeah, yep.
See,
I do not have a Patreon yet. Just so everybody knows, so don't go looking for it because it ain't there yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
It's alright, you guys can give me any money that you would have pledged to John's Patreon.
That is fair enough.
I'll make sure he gets it.
The check's in the mail, right?
Well, nice. A big thanks to everyone who joined us today. You guys are awesome. Shout outs to the guys that dropped us super chats on our first. I still can't believe that. Gonna have to figure out how to divide up that between the three of us now. Or I'm lying. I'm gonna take it all just for an hour.
Terry's gonna be doing like a live stream every day, guys. Get ready.
I'm definitely not. I'm not gonna haul myself out yet. Anyway, I'm not that desperate. Maybe soon. But yeah, big thanks to everyone who joined us today. You guys are awesome. And yeah, see you on the next podcast whenever that will be. Probably a week or 2 weeks. Glad you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, bye from me. Bye from these two.
Oh, bye.
Later, guys.
Bye bye.